The brown marmorated stink bug, or BMSB, is an invasive stink bug from Asia that has become widespread in the US and is of concern to farmers because it feeds on a variety of high-value crops such as peaches, vegetables, and field crops, and it feeds at its nymphal and adult life stages. Because of this, there is an urgent need for a better understanding of BMSB behavior in order to develop effective organic pest management strategies. This project is to evaluate the capacity of BMSB nymphs to disperse or leave their initial host plant to find a more suitable one, and to determine how the phenological stage of host plants affects their selection. This was done through a mark-release recapture experiment to examine movement from a center host plant to 4 other representative host plants at progressive phenological stages. These plants were Swiss chard, bell pepper, soybean, and sweet corn. Experimental plots consisted of a 3 by 3 meter planting, planted with one of the 4 host plant species with a 5th host plant positioned in the center as a release point. BMSB nymphs were marked, with each of the 16 sample plots designated a unique color combination. The marked nymphs were placed on one of the center host plants and covered with a fine mesh bag to confine the nymphs to the plant. These plants were then placed in the center of each of the plots, and the mesh bags were carefully removed, allowing the nymphs to disperse. Plots were monitored 1, 3, and 5 days after each release for the presence of marked nymphs. Releases of marked nymphs were made 6 times over the course of the 2013 growing season and 5 times in 2014. This allowed us to determine how the stink bug nymphs responded to the changing plant phenology, going from the seedling to a mature plant that had fruit. Results demonstrate that BMSB nymphs are highly capable of dispersing from a central host plant to find another host. Additionally, in 2013 and in 2014, host preference changed throughout the season, with nymphs being more attracted to Swiss chard early in the season, then sweet corn mid-season, and finally soybean. This change in host selection reflects the ability of BMSB nymphs to make host plant choices based on plant phenology, or when the plant is the most suitable host. Knowing the capacity of BMSB nymphs to disperse among representative crops will support the development of BMSB management practices through crop spatial arrangements and crop rotations. This may help organic growers manage BMSB at their farms. Thank you for watching this video. For more information, please visit the following links.